Welcome back to another episode of Energized. Barry, how are you doing?
It's great to be back, man. I feel like
is.
I have not left the couch.
No, we are back. We are live. So, kick things off. How was your week?
It was actually alright, Ross. It was alright. You know what? I'm just so like focused on what's going on now in the next couple of weeks, and it's like you don't want to wish time away, but it's like I can't wait. You know?
Yeah, but the fight calendar is really kicking on this month, isn't it? It's a big month for fights. Next 2 weeks are massive. Massive for us as well, as we had the first live show coming up as well. So if you are new to the show and it's your first time watching, do give us a like, smash subscribe, and always keep energized.
Yeah. Myself and Ross, we were actually recording just a second ago, and then the card got filled up. So I think we should address it again because it actually sort of hit home. Yesterday, Caroline Flack passed away. People think that it's got to do with suicide.
Yeah, I think that's the general consensus that she took her own life.
Yeah, and we were just recording there, and then that sort of hit home. So I was like, right here, we have to like readdress this again because like there is people who watch here, and you never know exactly what's going on.
Exactly. We don't know what's going on in your lives. You don't know what's going on in our lives. It's one of those things where you should really actually check in on your friends, ask them how they're doing. I'm sure everyone has a friend who they're like, oh, maybe, I should ask Tom how he's getting on. I haven't talked to him in a week or two. Just make sure he's doing all right. Yeah. And then it's just one of those things where Caroline Flack, she was like sort of brought up to like glory in the media, and then the media is what took her away from us, really, you know what I mean?
It's mad from the outside. You can think she has everything going for her. Like, she's like gorgeous. She was like on the biggest show in England on Love Island. Yeah,
and I think it just comes down to like social media, like the stuff people are saying about her online, her and her boyfriend, or I don't even know if they're together or not, but words can hurt. As much as you want to say sticks and stones can break your bones, but if you're continuously like being absolutely slated, it's hard not to take that personally. Yeah, it's hard to take all that abuse on your shoulders and like brush it off your back.
I wonder what that's even like. Just like constantly open up your social media and just getting bombarded with like people probably calling her like ugly or fat or fucking this, that, and the other. And it's just like, who are those people doing that shit? Because a lot of people that actually do that, I think, would be people who have used fake accounts.
Yeah, I think so. And I think it's a bit like the same type of people who do catfish. I think write abuse comments online. Yeah. The people who are so insecure in themselves and so, hateful towards the world that they project their hate onto other people, and so unnecessarily so. Like, I think it all sort of stems from Caroline Flack lost her job on Love Island due to a domestic abuse issue with her boyfriend, who I think they're still going out anyway. And her boyfriend wrote a really nice thing about her on Instagram on Valentine's Day, on the day that she did take her own life, and it was just really, really sad that that's the way it happened. But again, it's going to be the same people, the same media outlets, the News of the World, the Sun, whoever else, who wrote these horrible things about her, who are also going to go, Jesus, so sad that she has now died. You know what I mean? It's so hypocritical. I just think going forward, people should be careful about what they press the send button on. It can make a massive difference to someone's life, and it can be detrimental to someone's life as well. So first of all, you just don't write abusive comments whatsoever. Yeah. But if you find yourself about to do one, then go, actually, you know what? I don't need to write that. Yeah. It's fine.
Well, like, if you're watching this now or you're listening, like, you can comment and say, I don't like Ross's t-shirt. Or, does Barry have a black eye? And the answer will be yes, but that sort of stuff is grand. Like, you're having a bit of crack. Not like fucking trying to like cut deep and like be an absolute dickhead. And if you do watch this stuff and you're one of them people, like, you may as well fuck off, because
we don't want you to listen to us.
No, and you should actually just like sort your life out as well. Because like myself, like I've dealt with issues as well, like mental health problems, all that stuff. Fortunately, I have like a best mate like Ross who just like takes on his shoulders and like deals with it. Cheers, bud. But
now where you put?
Yeah, but like, I think it was circumstantial that she did it on Valentine's Day. I think like big days, people read, you're like, oh my god, I couldn't be so alone. Like for like
I
Christmas
think
or
it's a bit like-
Valentine's Day.
I
or-
was going to say suicide rates are quite high at Christmas.
Yeah.
And that. It's people feeling alone, and like even though
Yeah.
a lot of the time they're actually not alone, but it's hard to convince yourself that you're not alone.
Yeah.
It's hard to convince yourself you don't have those friends and family who care about you
Yeah.
at the time. And look, she was obviously going through a really rough patch, and that's how things ended, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So if you are having a bad time at home, maybe just check in with your friends or family, or vice versa. If you think someone else is having a bad time, just reach out to them.
Yeah. See, the thing is, there's always another day. Like the next day is like the day after Valentine's Day. It's just like life just goes on. You have
Exactly.
Yeah.
No one wished you a happy birthday. Don't worry, tomorrow's not your birthday, so no one's going to wish you a happy birthday on that day either.
Yeah, but I mean, just keep going, take it day by day. Like, just check in with people. Don't be alone. Like, it's just it's not the way anyone should live their life, really. Like, you know.
Yeah, it's a terrible way to go, for someone with such a great professional career to go.
Yeah.
And yeah, very, very sad. But I suppose we should all just try and take a lesson and learn from it, you know?
Yeah. Anything in particular that you'd say?
No, just be kind to other people, I think, is the best message to ever show. You know what I mean? There's no need to be a dickhead. It doesn't actually make you look cooler.
Yeah. How many more times do people need to commit suicide for people to realise, oh shit, I was tweeting her?
I think it's just crazy to think, like, if social media didn't exist, but then she probably wouldn't have been as famous, and she would never would have committed suicide. She wouldn't have been as successful, I wouldn't say, but if negativity on social media didn't exist, she wouldn't have killed herself. It's mad, isn't it? It's mad that like her reading her phone made her kill herself.
Yeah, man.
Now, of course, there could have been other issues besides that, but that seems to be the general consensus.
That's definitely one of the main reasons.
It is.
Yeah.
But that was a bit of a morbid start to the Energized show.
Yeah.
Not our norm, really, to be honest.
Yeah.
But Barry, what are we discussing for the rest of the show?
Okay. Yeah, that was a weird way to start, but it was just like sometimes, like, we're human too, and like
sometimes things have to be said.
Yeah, they do. Yeah,
and like if we don't discuss that, well then we're almost hiding away from it. You know what I mean?
And it almost makes that thing Philip Schofield coming out gay like just totally irrelevant.
Yeah,
doesn't it?
It just shows like his issue was so much smaller compared to.
Yeah, it's mad. It's mad how one like I know when Kobe Bryant died, like that was like
the world stopped. Yeah,
the world stopped. But like this stuff as well. This is down to bullying. And you don't want to be like that, you know?
Don't be a bully.
Yeah, especially people who are younger. Like, I mean, when we were in school, like, you almost had to be a bit of a big dog to not get bullied.
Yeah.
But, like, I feel like just be yourself and...
Yeah, anyone could be the bully online these days.
Yeah, don't be that person, man, because...
Yeah, but that's the thing. In school, you could be bullying the person in front of you anonymously under a fake profile.
Yeah, don't be that person.
Yeah.
Your parents didn't have you to be that troll. Yeah. Don't be that person.
Don't be a troll.
Yeah, and I don't know if we already mentioned.
If you are going to be a troll, be Ben Ashton.
Yeah. Well, if you're just going to be an absolute dickhead, just please don't listen to us ever again and fuck off. But this is actually a big week for myself and Ross, right? Because we're knuckling things down. We're about to go to FightCon next week. We just got our media credentials for Bellator. I feel like myself and Ross are kicking ass. Yes, we don't get thousands of views. But what can you do? You just go on with it and have a bit of crack. Today, before we go into everything, today we're going to be discussing FightCon. We're going to be discussing UFC Dublin. It's coming back to Dublin. UFC is coming back.
4 years later. 5 years later.
Bellator Dublin this weekend. Deontay Wilder is fighting Tyson Fury this weekend as well. Like, this is like combat sports fans' wet dream. Then, in the second part of the show, we will be discussing the Champions League. It is back. Yeah. Manchester United are not in it, but Man City might be in it either next year. And then we're going to finish off with the rugby. The Six Nations is back. Ireland are playing England. Potential
Six Nations Championship decider.
Yeah, what's called Triple Crown as well. Like, this is the crack. If you are subscribed to this, or if you're not subscribed to this, make sure to subscribe. Make sure to hit a like, because we fucking love you. And you're tuning in now. Group. You're tuning in now because you fucking love this. And if you don't, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know how you came across this shit. But we should start at the very, very, very top, Ross. I'm feeling energized. If you're feeling energized, hit a like, subscribe. Thank you for coming. Ross, FightCon is going down next weekend. We're doing our first live show at the event.
It is February 29th in Cork. Energized are going south. I think it's in the Clayton Hotel.
It is the Clayton Hotel.
Clayton Hotel. If you're not there, here's how you get there. All you do is go to www.fightcon.com Go on to tickets.
FightConIreland.com.
FightConIreland.com. Go on to tickets. Use the promo code EZ10. That's EZ10.
Yes.
And you get €10 off your ticket. You get to see us. You get to see MVP. You get to see James Gallagher. You get to see Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, Ben Askren, Frank Mir. You name it. And they're there. As long as they're on that list.
If they're on that list, they will be there.
It's going to be a great show. Really looking forward to it. We're going to do a live podcast from there. So if you are in the area, come down to check it out and support the lads.
Yeah, I'm so excited for that.
Or if you're watching this video and you're going to FightCon, let us know in advance.
Yeah. We're also in touch with some sponsors as well, seeing if they want to get involved. Because we're going nowhere, and this show is going somewhere. Yeah. I'm feeling fucking energized right now. I don't know about you. Pardon the cursing anyway. But that is next Saturday. FightCon Ireland. See you there.
I can't wait to see who's bigger, me or Frank Mir.
Probably Frank Mir.
Probably Frank Mir.
You actually look a bit the same now,
Yeah, I'm a bit more handsomer.
And you both beat Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
That is gas. But that's going to be a big event for us. It's almost like this is the time the Energized show hits. You know what I mean? And then people have been saying, "Oh, why don't you get guests on this, that, and the other?" Myself and Ross are still sorting some shit out. We're going to have guests on at FightCon as well. So that's just the beginning. If you're here for the ride so far, get fucking ready, man. Ross, before we get into Bellator, that's coming this weekend. UFC have announced that they're coming back to Dublin. Ross, what you make of this, man?
This is one of the best news I've heard all week. Tickets will go live on sale June 26th. Make sure to get them. If there's a pre-sale code, me and Barry will make sure to let you guys know what it is. I actually couldn't be any more excited for this. Yeah. UFC coming back to the 3 Arena, and the speculations are going wild at the moment. Who will headline UFC Dublin? Barry, any thoughts on who's going to headline it?
You see, last time Paddy Hoolan headlined it against Louis Smoker. To be honest, the event wasn't amazing because fights fell off. Paddy also lost.
But the two top fights fell off.
Yeah.
We were supposed to have Dustin Poirier versus Joe Duffy. Would have been unreal.
Yeah.
And we're supposed to have Ben Rothwell versus Stipe Miocic, who's now the heavyweight champ. Also would have been unreal.
Yeah.
I think there's a few people who could headline the show. I think the red hot favourite's probably Gunnar Nelson. Would you imagine so?
I'd say so, yeah.
Yeah.
Gunnar Nelson, if you didn't know, trains with SBG.
I think for me, people who could headline it, I look at the list and I go, right, who are the sort of top European talent? Because that's what they try to do. They try to put the top European talent there.
Yeah.
You could have Alexander Gustafsson, the Mauler.
Yeah.
You could have potentially maybe a Darren Till.
He fought here before.
Yeah. Who else? I'm trying to think of headliners now. Jack Hermanson could be up there in a middleweight fight. I'm not saying I'd love to see that, but I'm trying to think who the UFC would put there. They're sort of the ones I'm looking at.
No offense to Jack Hermanson, but him headline, I don't think he is. He could be on the card, yes, but I don't. They need to come out with something, you know.
Yeah, but what if it was Darren Till versus Jack Hermanson? You know what I mean? That's different. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So more so, you get fans from both.
I think a lot of people are going to want to fight in that card anyway.
You know who could headline that card? Who's fighting? I think it's this week. Paul Felder, the Irish Dragon. I wouldn't be against it. You know what I mean?
Oh no.
And then, randomly enough, I wouldn't be amiss to think the notorious Conor McGregor has to be mentioned. He said he owes Ireland a fight. I don't know whether the 3 Arena is going to be too small for him or not. But he might fight someone who, he was meant to fight before, like Frankie Edgar or Diego Sanchez or Uriah Faber, as an additional fight.
Yeah. Do you think there's any chance of Conor fighting on that? I don't think there is, man.
I'd say there's
unfortunately not.
I'd say there's about a 5% chance of him fighting on it.
5%.
What if the main event falls out the last minute? He might go, lads, I'm in.
Yeah, because he's going to be there.
Yeah.
Proper 12 on tap. They'll have to sell proper 12 at the event.
Well, again, Khabib can't fight in August, so McGregor might just fight in the meantime. You know what I mean?
That's actually we're going to apply for media credentials, but my birthday's on the Tuesday and that event's on the Saturday.
Yeah, so we're going.
Yeah, but that's
one way or the other.
I think I know I think I know what my 30th plan is.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
wouldn't miss it.
Wouldn't miss it.
We have Bellator Dublin coming.
We may as well finish
UFC Rio Rancho.
Yeah, we're just going to finish what the UFC action from the weekend. Diego Sanchez was taking on Michael Pereira.
Yeah, Diego Sanchez won by disqualification. Pereira was winning the first 2 rounds, then hit Sanchez with a legal knee. This is the first time ever in UFC history where 2 fights have been finished by a legal knee and disqualified in the one night.
Yeah.
And then Sanchez was gushing blood and he was like, what happens if the fight's over? It's like, you win. It's like, oh, well, I can't continue, so. Then in the main event, Jan Blachowicz made short work of Corey Anderson, won by knockout in the first round. Jan Blachowicz then called out John Jones, who was sitting in the front row, and John Jones stood up in his chair and sort of said, come at me, bro. I think we could have our next UFC light heavyweight contender.
Yeah. Like you were mentioned earlier, Reyes. Do you even really want to see that rematch? I'm not like, I know it was close. People argued who won, but
I'm not like chomping at the bit. It was one of those fights where it was close, but it wasn't some sort of instant classic. Jones wasn't rocked at any stage. Reyes wasn't rocked at any stage. There was no, oh my God, it's nearly over. So I'm not dying to see that fight again. No. Also, I think it will make the fight a bigger fight in the long run if Reyes has to go beat someone and then Jones beats someone.
Yeah, just keep going. Really,
yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Before we get into Bellator Dublin this weekend, UFC is also on as well. It's going down in Auckland.
It's down under.
Yeah. Paul Felder's taking on Dan Hooker in the main event. There's nothing really to write home about in any other fights, really.
That Jim Crew, Mikhail, Ozzy, I think they're both like undefeated in the UFC, no?
Jim Crews doing it right. He's an up and coming.
I think your man's going to knock him out, you know that? I think he's like a Polish light heavyweight, isn't he? Clicking his record there, tell me if he's undefeated there, will you? I'm pretty sure he is. In the main event, I think Paul Felder's going to win decision. I fancy him in that one.
Yeah, your man is 14-2-0 and 1-0 contest. Jimmy Crude is 10-0. Yeah, in the main event, Paul Felder's taking on Dan Hooker. This is going to be a bang fest.
Yeah, it absolutely is. These two would like to go to war. I just saw Dan Hooker get like the absolute legs kicked off against Edson Barboza, and I feel like Paul Felder will be able to do a similar fight style to that.
I feel this could go to decision, but
yeah, I think so. Yeah,
I'll go Felder.
Yeah, I think 49-46. You heard it here first.
Yeah.
Bellator is on not once but twice this weekend on Friday night. Bellator is live from where? Oklahoma.
Yeah. Myself and Ross did get our media credentials. We're going to be at Bellator Dublin this Saturday as well.
Are we not going to be at Bellator Oklahoma the night before?
Oh, man. That'd be actually gas. I wouldn't mind going to Oklahoma. It's like, I wonder what the crack is there. But on Friday night, to wet your whistle and get ready for Bellator Dublin, it is Bellator. It's going down in Oklahoma. Ed Root is taking on Yaroslav Amosov. Ed Root is 8-1 and Yaroslav is 22-0.
Yeah, it's going to be a bit of a grapple fest there, so it'll be an interesting one. So make sure to check that out.
Yeah.
Also, you have Moz Fury Jury fighting in the co-main event against Brandon Gritz.
Yeah.
Moz Fury Jury, one of Baz's mates.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. Like, it'd be funny if we can find that picture. We'll put up on the Instagram story.
You know what he actually does? I don't know how, but I found them, and they're always in my thing. He does YouTube videos talking about like how much he made in every fight in the UFC. You can actually watch them. Yeah, it's actually interesting. But once you've seen one, you've seen them all.
Yeah. Ross also said, watch out for Terrell Fortune. He's taking on Timothy Johnson. Yeah. Terrell Fortune.
Brilliant wrestler.
But Ross, the title of the show is Bellator Dublin.
Yeah.
It goes down this Saturday. I'm buzzing for it. It's being headlined by Leah McCourt. She's taking on Judith Ruiz. Leah is 3-1. Judith Ruiz is 6-4. As we said previously, some fights have fallen off the card, which is actually very disappointing. But
big time. But look, we're left with a decent card still. We're left with a lot of homegrown talent.
Yeah.
Liam Court headlined the card. I think she is the first ever non-title women's featherweight main event in Bellator history. So that's going to be absolutely brilliant to see. You have other fan favourites like Charlie Ward, Kiefer Crosby, Aaron Chalmers,
Richard
Coyley, Richie Smullen. We have loads of Irish talent.
Will Fleury.
Will Fleury. Loads of talent there. It's going to be very, very interesting to see. And I expect a massive amount of Irish support. And I think an Ireland win could be very much on the card.
Yeah.
Oh, also Redzer as well. Don't forget the Redzer.
Yeah, you can't forget him. Film with Peter as well.
Can't forget Redzer, because Redzer will let us know that he'd be like, you never said me, lads.
Yeah, Blaine O'Driscoll's on the card. Kieran Clark. Danny Nealon.
She got like a really good ovation last time.
She did, yeah.
And
McGregor
Ilias
was there.
Bud, like his knockout last time. Has he fought since last time? Probably not.
I'm not sure. But Ross, last time we were there, it was like absolutely off the rails.
Yeah,
Conor McGregor was there.
Electric.
But are you expecting McGregor to be there this time again?
Probably, to be honest. I think he shows up for Kiefer's fights, doesn't he?
Yeah. What should people expect now from Bellator Dublin actually, Ross? Because people are tuning in.
Brilliant atmosphere, and a good few of the Irish fighters to win. So it should be an overall great night for Ireland Irish MMA.
Yeah. Do you think McGregor will be there? Yeah.
I think he will be. I think he'll be there for Kiefer Crosby's fight. He'll probably be there for Richie Smullen's fight as well.
Like, do you think James will be there as well? James Gallagher?
Yeah, definitely. I'd say he'll be there from the start.
Yeah. Do you remember last time I was like, the fish was lovely at the event?
Yeah, do you hope to get fish again?
Yeah, we're going to get fed there, aren't we?
I think so. That's the plan.
Remember last time we weren't allowed to sneak monsters in?
Yeah.
Well, we're going to try it again. See, the event goes on for so long. I think it kicks off like, the first fight's like 4:30 or 5 o'clock. So we're going to need like some energy.
Yeah, definitely.
Literally, yeah. But here, the event's going to be kick-ass. What do you actually think is going to be better, FightCon or Bellator Dublin?
FightCon, I think.
So do I.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do I. Yeah.
Looking forward to it.
The fortunate thing is, I know some fights have fallen off the card, but the announcement of UFC Dublin, like, it just helped.
Yeah, but great for FightCon as well that the UFC Dublin has been announced.
Yeah.
Like, on just before FightCon kicks off. Great for, like, an inbuilt question for Stephen Wonderboy Thompson as well.
Yeah. Do you think, well, people will be interested to know, will any of the fighters that will be fighting at Bellator Dublin, do you think any of them will then try and get on the UFC Dublin card? Because who knows what the story is with the contracts and all, you know?
I imagine not. I imagine Bellator has them well tied into contracts with John Kavanagh, but you never know. Never say never. And who knows who we could see in the UFC by August, isn't it?
Yeah.
Who knows? Some of the Bellator fighters might try and get like a second fight really fast to be like, right, my contract's over now.
Yeah. Let's see what happens. We're obviously going to be doing more updates on UFC Dublin because that's going to be fucking kick-ass.
Also, when the hell is James Haskell making his Bellator debut?
I don't know what his situation is.
Putting that weight back on since the jungle.
Too busy going on I'm a celebrity, get me out of here. But Ross, there's probably the biggest boxing match going down this weekend as well.
I nearly forgot that Wilder versus Fury is on this weekend.
Yeah.
Battle of the big dogs.
If you're excited, make sure to hit subscribe and let us know who you think is going to win. But Ross, Tyson Fury is taking on Deontay Wilder. Last time it was a draw. Quite controversially, but when you look back at it, there was 2 knockdowns of Tyson Fury. When we did the maths, we were like, oh, actually, this could actually be a draw. It was a draw. It was unbelievable. Tyson Fury, when I watch it back, right, do you remember he's like, put his tongue out, he's like,
yeah.
Remember we watched
it? He's crazy.
Do you remember how funny that was watching that fight?
Yeah.
It was unreal.
He's the most entertaining boxer ever, I think. He just is. Like, when you're watching him in the ring, he's like dancing around, he's sticking his tongue out, and he's like getting knocked out and then rising back up like the Undertaker. You watch it and you go, what can that man not do? He
can sing as well. He came out with a song with Robbie Williams.
He can.
He can wrestle in WWE.
Yeah, who did he beat?
Braun
Strowman, yeah. So there you have it. Tyson Fury is an absolute incredible talent. He can do it all.
Yeah.
I actually don't fancy him in this fight this time around.
Do you not?
No. I feel like he's not doing as much training.
I think he is, though.
Previously. Yeah, but I feel like he's not. I feel like it's all for show for the cameras. So I look at him and then I look at Deontay Wilder, and each time I look at Wilder, I just think he's getting better and better. I suppose if Fury has some of these like sort of slumpish performances against some of the lesser opponents.
Okay.
So I actually think Wilder's going to go in here and get the knockout in this one.
You think but it's either going to be decision for Tyson Fury or knockout with Deontay Wilder. I think
they're your sort of two very much standard options. Now, first, Fury could also win by knockout. You know what I mean? It's the heavyweight division. Like, everyone hits really hard, but I just think Wilder's going to be able to land that right hand, and if he lands it
flush,
but more so, I was thinking, you know, the way he landed in the 12th round last time. Yeah. If he lands it any round earlier, it's going to be very hard for Fury to, you know, get those feet back moving.
Yeah, I think Fury's going to win it. I know you said you don't think he's training as hard, but he's off the diet cokes or whatever he was on cokes.
Oh no, just some stuff that he says, and
that sounds stupid to say that. It's like he's off the cokes, so therefore he's going to win. I just think his story is not finished yet, and I think this is going to be it. He wants the Joshua fight at the end of the day, so he has to win this.
Yeah, but so does Wilder.
I know, but people want to see Fury, Joshua.
But that's only in the UK. I think people worldwide want to see Wilder versus Joshua.
Oh, just the build up. I don't know.
In fairness, Joshua versus the winner of these two fights is going to be good. He's going to fight Povetkin or something next, isn't he? Or Pulev or some absolute randomer no one cares about. Thanks, Joshua.
Right. Yeah, I'm going for Fury. This story cannot be finished with a loss.
Well, there you go. Energized are split.
We are split. Very, very energized.
I do hope Tyson Fury wins. I just think on this occasion, Deontay Wilder is looking so dangerous.
Yeah.
The way he knocked out Luis Ortiz, I was like, oh.
I know, man. He is
and again,
scary.
Like, he was losing the whole fight. And then, the biggest game changer in combat sports is Deontay Wilder's right hand.
I know. It's sort of unfortunate they're fighting each other, but it's actually brilliant content to watch. But if you do enjoy the Energized Combat Show, make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, make sure to hit a comment, because we're here every week, and next week we will be covering everything from Bellator Dublin, the build-up to FightCon, and more. So thank you. Right now, we are going to move into the world of football, because the Champions League is back, Ross.
The Champions League is back. It is kicking off with the new Premier League champions. I've said it now. They're 25 points ahead of second place in the Premier League.
Yeah.
Liverpool are heading away to Atletico Madrid. Atletico Madrid have an absolutely incredible record in the Champions League, especially in the knockout phase. They're very prone to getting to the semi-finals and the finals.
Very prone.
They haven't quite hit the big one, but Diego Simeone has his team so well oiled. Did you see an article recently that he's like by far the most paid manager in world football?
Yeah, I think I sent it to you, didn't I?
Yeah, I think so.
He's
like I googled it and it was like, it's true. He's on like 42 million a year.
How does that even happen? The most paid manager is Diego Simeone.
Did he win the league with Atletico one time? Did he?
I don't know.
Oh, maybe he did. But like, in fairness, he's come close so many times.
Yeah.
Atletico must just went, if he leaves, whoever comes in won't be as good. So
yeah, but why do you think he's getting the most paid compared to like Zidane, who won 3 Champions Leagues in a row?
Or Guardiola.
Yeah,
or Klopp now.
Or Solskjaer.
Well,
let's not push it too far.
But in fairness, I think he's getting like 1.5 times the next best manager. Yeah. It's mad. I don't know what way they're after doing it, but Atletico Madrid have such a brilliant way of like just developing talent to just like replace them within. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Falcao, Aguero, Diego Costa,
Forlan.
Now he's back. Forlan, Griezmann, whoever goes, like they still stay in around the same spot. It's absolutely frightening how good that squad is for them.
Now Atletico Madrid have been revamped as of this season. They have João Felix now playing like just in the hole for Atletico Madrid.
He's brilliant, isn't he?
Yeah, do you know what? It's such a good league for like young sort of talent to progress.
Develop, yeah.
Because there's only a handful of teams that are actually good, and the others are like not good enough at all. And then you can just sort of dance around. Like your man Odegaard from Real Madrid, he's now at Real Sociedad. He's lighting it up there.
Yeah, he's doing really, really well. And then if you look at Barcelona, like Frankie de Jong's doing brilliant. Arthur's, I think, is only about 24, 25. He's really come on. They have that fella Junior Firpo, I think, plays the wing back. And then Real Madrid have Vinicius. Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
And like all these players are like doing really, really well. And they're all sort of kicking on. So yeah, the Spanish league is a great way as a young player to sort of kick on and move on.
Yeah.
Do you think Atletico Madrid will be able to do anything to Liverpool?
Not at Anfield, man. That place is an absolute fortress.
Is this game not in Atletico though? No.
Yeah, but I'm talking about both legs.
Oh well, I'm just talking about. Do you think they can come to Anfield with a lead?
No, I think this one's going to be a draw. I think it's going to be 1-1.
Well, I'll put it this way. I think Atletico Madrid is not a good matchup for Liverpool because they're very solid defensively. Jan Oblak in goal is probably the best goalkeeper in the world, and Liverpool are going to find it hard to break them down. Oh no, yeah, they're going to. I think the Atletico Madrid will be better at home. I think Liverpool, but that's the thing. If they can be in the lead or a draw at home, they're in the tie going away. Yeah. And when someone's in the tie going away and then with away goals, it's so much better playing away second, isn't it? Oh, 100%, yeah. So that's Atletico Madrid taking on Liverpool. What are you going for? I'm going to say 2-1 Atletico Madrid. I'm going to say Liverpool have to lose sometime, and they weren't that impressive against Norwich. So I'm going to go Atletico Madrid. They've already lost in the Champions League as well to Napoli, so I'm going 1-1. The other game that's on Tuesday is Borussia Dortmund taking on PSG. PSG flying in League 1, and Dortmund are doing well. Yeah, I think they're 2 points off the top in Bundesliga. Yeah. You did such good jobs in Ligue 1. I was like, how do I say Bundesliga? Very German.
That 8 weeks in France
Bundesliga
is coming back. And Euro languages, shout out Euro languages. So PSG are away to Borussia Dortmund. Borussia Dortmund running the muck. Haaland scoring the goals. Jadon Sancho's running the muck as well.
Yeah, Dortmund have done so good in recent time. Like, I think they're a bit shaky at the back. I think recently they had like a 4-3 loss to Leverkusen. Their defense isn't the best, but
they have Hummels
scored loads of goals. Can Haaland play in this Champions League? Because
I don't think
Salzburg played in the group stage against Liverpool.
Yeah.
I think he scored something outrageous, like 7 or I think it's 11 goals or something since he's got there in like under 3 games in terms of minutes playing time.
Yeah.
He's banging them in. Sancho's incredible as well. Marcus Royce. They have the who's who, but again, PSG also in attack have Neymar, Icardi, Mbappe, and Cavani.
Jeez.
Man United have a Gallo.
And Choupo-Moting, he's still there.
Yeah, I think because Tuchel used to manage Dortmund as well, I think PSG would be able to get the job done here.
Yeah. It's funny how...
But goals. There'll be goals in the game. I think it'll be like 3-2 PSG.
What do you make the situation with Neymar around PSG? It's such a circus or something.
He's like, I'm leaving, I'm going, I'm staying.
Oh.
And like he's doing his hair all the time. He's like their version of Paul Pogba, except he plays and performs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But do you know what the funny thing is? Mbappe doesn't really seem to get roped into that. He's just constantly on, going.
Although sometimes
playing.
I think he actually slags him, Neymar over it. I think someone once or twice on social media was like, "I don't want to stay away from me."
Yeah. Well, Mbappe is a superstar as well. Like, I mean, he's won the World Cup.
Yeah, but let's be honest. That PSG team, they probably need slightly stronger midfield. Otherwise, they're not going to have enough to win the Champions League.
They have a lot of players in midfield as well, though.
Yeah, but I don't think it's quite.
Verratti is he's such a good player to watch, man. He's just.
I know he is, but I think they almost need that bully. They don't have that bully in midfield. I think that's where they miss out.
Maybe a Vidal, maybe.
Yeah.
But so I'm gonna go PSG 2-1.
And then in the draw,
right, what did you have?
I said 3-2 PSG.
Oh, 3-2 PSG. Okay.
And then in the draw of teams that everyone wanted to get in the Champions League, Valencia take on Atlanta, and not the Atlanta Falcons.
Atalanta.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. That's so much different.
Yeah, man. The Italian people watching this would be like, "Mamma mia,
Atalanta, eh?"
Right. But Atalanta are home to Valencia. Ross, you can't look beyond Valencia winning this, really, can you?
I don't know. Like, it could be a bit of a fairy tale for Atalanta to get the job done.
Well, they are at home first leg.
Yeah, I don't even know how they're doing in Italy. I don't think they're in the top 3, so I assume they're not doing that great.
Yeah.
Are Valencia coming in the top 4 in Spain? I don't know. This is such a Europa League clash, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know what? It's so irrelevant who wins this because they're getting knocked out in the next round anyway.
So here, I'm just going to go Valencia.
I'll say Atlanta 2-1. just to be controversial.
And then the other game going on Wednesday is Tottenham taking on RB Leipzig.
Now, RB Leipzig, for anyone who doesn't know, are going really, really well. They've set up such a good youth development system, and they have such a good young squad.
Yeah. Timo
Werner up front. It's almost like Timo Werner is the Leipzig Harry Kane, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
They're almost like the Tottenham Hotspur of Germany.
Yeah. Werner's good, man.
Yeah. Oh, very good. New stadium over there, like financial backing. It's almost like a mirror image of each other, the two clubs.
Yeah.
I do think on this occasion, Spurs are home under Jose Mourinho. More Champions League experience. Got to the Champions League final last year. Not a hell of a lot left to play for domestically. I think Spurs are going to win this. Leipzig are challenging Bayern Munich for the league this year. There's only a point or two in between the difference for them. I think it will suit Leipzig almost to be knocked out and Spurs to go through.
Okay. I think Spurs are going to win this one at home. Shout out Noel Barry. There is more fixtures. They're going to be coming up the week after, so we'll get into them next week.
We'll discuss them next week, yeah.
Yeah, but I think next week's fixtures are actually even better because Chelsea are taking on Bayern, Napoli taking on Barca, Lyon taking on Juventus, Real Madrid taking on Man City. Perfect thing to actually didn't it? Man City, they're after getting banned for 2 years from the Champions League and fined 40 million euros. Ross, what do you have to say about this? Because this is sort of mind-blowing stuff.
What
do you think Pep Guardiola is thinking right now, knowing that he won't be in the Champions League for the next 2 years? They're after winning the league last year, and everyone knows they want the Champions League.
Well, first thing first, they're definitely going to appeal it. I know they are.
Are you sure about that?
Because I'm pretty sure they were hacked and they're going to say that UEFA or FIFA got the documentation illegally, so therefore they shouldn't be able to use that documentation against them in court, which then would mean that they'd never be able to use that documentation because it was obtained legally. And if you get rid of that documentation, it's very hard to prove that they were guilty. It's a bit like if I kill someone and then
again,
but you broke into my house to get the murder weapon, and they'd be like, you can't use the murder weapon. Like, right, prove that he killed someone without the murder weapon. You know what I mean? It's very hard to do. So,
so what do you think's going to happen?
I think the ban is probably going to be upheld, unless City can pay. Or you know what? Probably because it was obtained illegally, they get a 1 year ban.
Yeah,
I think a 1 year ban isn't as bad because they can hold on to the players because they're playing Champions League this year. They'll be like, right, we're not playing next year, but we're playing the following year. I suppose if you're trying to track someone to go to Man City, I'm like, you can't play Champions League for the next 2 years. Is a pretty big downfall as well. Yeah. Especially how strong Liverpool are in the league. It's not even as if to say, well, you're guaranteed to win the league because you're not now.
Yeah.
And then players like Aguero, who are coming towards the end of their career, might be like, you know what, a trip to Barcelona would be nice to play there.
Oh yeah.
Other players like David Silva's already leaving at the end of the season.
Yeah.
De Bruyne might be like, you know what, Bayern Munich looks nice. All these like top
I can see him
players,
going to Barca for some reason. If it's 2 years,
or even Real Madrid. Leroy Sané was already halfway out the door. He'll be gone. I feel like Raheem Sterling will actually end up staying. You know that?
Do you know what this will suit? Phil Foden.
Yeah, definitely. But I don't think Man City are going to be like, you know who this suits? Phil Foden. Yeah. I don't think Man City fans are going to be over the moon with it.
Yeah.
But look, City are going to probably slip down in towards sort of Arsenal territory. 2 years of probably not being able to get better players. 2 years of no Champions League money. If financial fair play is taken seriously, City won't be able to actually spend that much money in that period because a large quantity of people's money is from Premier League TV rights and then Champions League TV rights.
Yeah. They're so realistically we're thinking the fine, those sheiks have so much cash. It's
if they turned to Man City and went, you can pay 100 million and not be banned for the 2 years, they'd be like, fine, that's grand.
Yeah.
Come in.
Yeah.
The fine's nothing.
I think they will get the 1 year thing. Because even if you look at the way, remember Chelsea had the ban, and then it was like they weren't allowed to sign someone for a season, but then
it became 2 transfer windows. Instead,
it was reduced. So this is going to be reduced as well. I mean, that's just what's going to happen because football can be corrupt sometimes. But other teams have done this as well, like Galatasaray. I mentioned another one earlier. PSG. Just you know what I mean. If you can, people are going to try and do anything to get ahead in this game.
Do you think the Premier League are now going to take action against them?
Potentially so. I think they're going to have to do something. Well, who knows? Maybe next year they start off with minus points.
But could it be a Juventus thing where they actually take points off them now? Imagine they took 40 points off Man City now. You know what I mean?
They wouldn't be that bad off if you took all the points. I know they won't be in the Champions League anyway, but if you're not first, you're last. Really,
Well, you're 17th.
Well, unless they get relegated, yeah. But if they get minus points and ended up 16th, they still have a great squad. You know what I mean? Unless they got relegated.
More so, that's what I think. If they got minus points and put them down relegation, you know what I mean? That would be, detrimental to the club.
Yeah. It's funny that this has come out because they have been playing worse recently, and Pep has been saying weird stuff and almost thinking they might leave. But then this comes out and then everything makes sense. You know what I mean? There's no smoke without fire, as one would say.
Where do you think Pep will go next?
I'm not too sure. I'm sure he wants to try the past out in Italy, but imagine him going to Juventus and having Ronaldo. Yeah. Ronaldo, by the way, has played 35 games. He's 35 years old, and he scored 35 goals. Chap is a monster.
I think he scored something crazy, 10 goals in 10 consecutive games, and has never been done in Italy before.
Yeah.
One more thing on that is, do you think they should take Man City's league titles off them? Because that's also been discussed.
It's sort of like what's done is done, you know? We're hardly going to have a parade for win the league, bring back Jose and stick him on the bus.
Yeah, for me, I watched Man City win the league. They won the league.
Yeah.
And if you take their medals away, you're not going to make me believe any other team won the league.
Yeah. I think it'd be worse for Liverpool the way they lost the league there.
Yeah.
And it'd be like, oh, we actually won that. It's like, oh, this happened to me when I was younger where we played a cup final.
Wouldn't that be funny if the South 100 this year's Premier League went, you actually won it last year by default?
Yeah, it'd be like, oh, that's real. But when I played for Mid-Sutton, we played a cup final and lost it. They had a girl in the team who was She was like Zlatan, the female Zlatan Ibrahimovic. But we lost the final. Then we found out next year they've been playing bangers. People who were overage. So technically we won, but like the day was ruined. You know?
Well, you lost the match.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So
you lost the fight but won the war, but that's not like really good enough, is it?
Well, they should. Yeah. So they should have to be accountable for their actions next year, and then just.
That was just me making sure the camera's all right.
Making sure you like and subscribe. But there is Europa League on this week as well. Man U are away to Club Brugge. Celtic are playing away in Copenhagen.
Inter Milan are away to Ludogorets.
Yeah, so there is. The football's back.
Yeah.
United are also playing on Monday against Chelsea away as well.
In fairness, I think with the Europa League, they let too many teams through the group, and I think they need to like alter that. I think it's because all the Champions League teams come in as well, isn't it? Yeah. And it's just one of those things where when you're at the last 32 stage, it's too long, isn't it?
Yeah. Sorry. Before we end the football segment, Ross. Do you think now, because if Manchester City can't be in the Champions League next year, that whoever comes fifth is going to be into the Champions League as well?
That's exactly what's happened.
That's Sheffield United right now.
Sheffield United. I think we did a video at the start of the year and like who's going to come last. I'm like, dead last will be Sheffield United, and I guarantee it.
We were to put it this way, we weren't alone in that prediction. I'd say as well.
But like, just amazing how incredible they've done.
The Premier League is back as well.
Yeah.
And like. It's going to be all out. Like Liverpool, as Ross said earlier, are 25 points ahead. It's actually turned into a shit show, to be honest.
Yeah, fair play to Everton as well, who are really climbing the ranks at the moment. They're the second best team on form after Liverpool, so it's all going well in the city of Liverpool at the moment. Yeah,
and Manchester United are coming ninth. I think that means as well. Does that mean? Because don't you remember, it's like 1 to 4 get Champions League, and then 5 to 8 get Europa League. Because Man City might be taken out, United might then move up into the Europa League spot.
Yeah.
Like Solskjaer this is helping Solskjaer so much.
Finished 8th, but we got the Europa League.
Oh, gee. I'd actually rather not get I'd rather win the Europa League or else not get in to the Europa League.
Yeah, I'd rather be just playing Europa League.
I'm sick of watching football games on Thursdays, and then every time United are playing, it's on a Sunday, and you're like, here, look.
Yeah, United are going to Kazakhstan.
Yeah.
Followed by Azerbaijan.
Some of them matches are disgraceful to watch. But also the League of Ireland was back this weekend as well. It was actually I was looking forward to watching Bows against Rovers on Saturday at 2:00, but because of the Hurricane
Storm Dennis.
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 They cancelled it on RTE, and that was actually so shit.
And they showed a movie instead.
They showed a movie instead. Yeah. Oh, that was terrible. People were going mad on Twitter. But Rovers actually won on the last minute, 90-minute winner as well. Ross, do you have a preference on what team you support in the League of Ireland?
Yeah,
because it's back.
I support Shelburne. They're my local team. Talk Park's down the road from me. They're my team, and Luke Byrne's there, isn't he?
Shelburne, yeah.
Yeah, so they're my team. On the Lukey Byrne.
Yeah, we actually have some of the League of Ireland players supporting us. Liam Scales, who plays for Rovers as well. But I asked my dad who's he supporting. He said Shamrock Rovers. And
so who do you support now?
Well, I think you see the thing is we know some of the players in the Rovers team. Yeah. Also, they have Irish internationals on the team as well. It's just I'm gonna keep up to date on it, put it that way, and then let's see what happens because it's back. League of Ireland's back. Oh, also I watched a podcast that's on Air Sport. It's called the League of Ireland Weekly, and
who's hosting it?
I don't know, but the funny thing is the two lads are matching Farah shirts.
Oh yeah.
So I wrote in the comments, I go, great, good to have these back lads and great uniforms. They addressed it on the show as well. So
did they? What did they say?
They were like, "Oh, we're both sponsored by Farah now," and it was just funny.
Oh, that's gas.
Yeah.
I like them to address that.
Yeah, they're on off the ball a lot as well, so that should be good. Yeah. So if you do enjoy the football segments, make sure to subscribe. And
if you're happy Man City are getting kicked out of the Champions League for the next 2 seasons, definitely subscribe and definitely like.
Yeah, thank you.
Which is funny how people were actually really happy about that. Everyone was like rejoicing. And
because people don't like cheaters.
Yeah, true. But that is the end of the football segment.
Because now
we are going to discuss the rugby. Ireland head over to Twickenham this weekend.
Yep.
On Sunday. They're going to take on Swing Low, Sweet Chariot, the English. Barry.
Roscoe.
What has been your take on England so far?
Going into this, after losing the World Cup final, I didn't think there would be much of a hangover, to be honest, right? Because you go again. That's the thing. You go again. Obviously, there's a hangover. Now, you did bring up before, Saracens, how the situation with them, points, deductions, fines, this, that and the other. this has definitely creeped into the England dressing room.
Yeah, it would have to. If you think about it, so many players like Maro Itoje, Owen Farrell, George Krause, all these guys are going to be like, where am I going next year? What am I going to do next year? And that's playing in the back of their head. Their full concentration isn't on this Six Nations. You'll watch an interview with them and they go, we're just concentrating on the next game. Yeah, but like, people lie in interviews all the time.
What are they saying behind closed doors is the question.
Behind those doors, they're probably like, how do we end up at the same club? You probably were there with a told you, being like, me, you, and so and like Liam Williams should go here together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what you want to do. You want to take the better players, but like, make sure to tell Vinny Vunapolo or Billy Vunapolo to come, but tell him to leave Mako somewhere else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the conversation that these boys are going to be having. And also, you have to sort of think that like the players from Bath are like, oh, and you should come to Bath.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? On the
100%, man.
And
this happens in every sport, but yes, now.
Big time. Like, it's basically, it's almost like Man City being corrupt and all their players have to leave. So, like, all the internationals are like, come join me. You know what I mean? And that's just the way it is. And it just shows, you know what I mean?
So it's impossible to be fully focused on the Six Nations with everything that's going on in the background.
Exactly. And at the end of the day, I'd never say it's just the Six Nations, but there'll be another Six Nations next year for a lot of these players, and it's not a World Cup year.
Yeah.
So these guys are more concentrated on their own bottom line. Where am I going to play next year? Where's all my money going to be?
Exactly. Yeah.
And look, Saracens are the biggest club in England. They're the best club in England.
Yeah. Their next year Heineken Cup game is against Leinster.
It is indeed.
We're going to that,
yeah. That's the plan.
In the Viva 4th of April.
And then there you have it. And they lost to France. France, put out this new team of youngsters and got the job done, and England only just about got the job done against Scotland.
Yeah, and now in fairness, that was in terrible conditions as well.
We know what actually happened in that game. It was a 78-minute, right? Scotland were losing 6-13, and then they did a box kick. I was like, why would you kick the ball away when you have 2 minutes to go and you're losing? It doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah,
and then
Scotland were all over the place in that game. In fairness.
Oh yeah, but terrible game management, isn't it?
Yeah, throwing away the Calcutta Cup. But England in Twickenham versus Ireland. It's on Sunday at 3:00. Ross, man, what are we really expecting here? Now, give the people what they really want to know.
I think Ireland have the ability to hurt England while they're down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
England, they could end up down and out. If they lose 2 of their first 3 games, they could lose to Wales as well, and they would have won 2 of 4 games in the Six Nations against Italy and Scotland. That's not very good now, is it?
Yeah.
And I feel like there's a great potential for that, and I think if Ireland do get that job done, no offence to Italy, but Ireland will definitely beat them, and then it will come to a showdown in Paris.
Yeah.
And there's no guarantee that France are winning against Wales either.
No.
You know what I mean?
But but Ross, what do you think Andy Farrell's thinking right now? First time being manager of Ireland, taking on England. Where he's from?
Well, look, it's not the first time he's had to take on his son.
I know, but as manager now.
Well, now it's his goal to beat his own son directly.
Yeah.
I do think Ireland are going to win. I'm not just being blinded by the performance last week. I do think the last time Ireland played England gave Ireland a hiding.
They did.
They won't forget that. Andy Farrell and Mike Catt are going to be reminding them of that all week.
Yeah.
I just look at that Ireland team and think confidence very high. Johnny Sexton as captain, like being the decision maker, I think is massive. The forwards have been playing so well. O'Mahony, Stander, Furlong, James Ryan, Henderson, they're all playing incredible. And I just think England are there for the taking at the moment. Obviously, England will get themselves up for it. It'll be in Twickenham. They won't want to lose there. But that Irish ball of momentum is starting to get going.
It is, isn't it? You're only as good as your last performance as well. Ireland, the way they played against Wales, they set the standard so high now. To not achieve that again in every game would be very, very disappointing. We are going there.
Yeah, we showed great intensity in that game.
Do you think there's going to be many changes in the team, or what are you expecting here? What should the people expect?
There might be 1 or 2 forced changes. I don't know if Henshaw's out injured again. Ringrose is definitely out as far as I'm aware.
Yeah.
But who knows? They were off for 2 weeks, so it's hard to really tell who was out and who's not. If they can keep the back row the same, I think that will work out well. I think the forwards won't change. Murray and Sexton start.
Do you think Helen Doris comes back into the team?
No, I don't think so. No, I don't think it's. I think as good as Stander's playing, I'd keep him in at 8.
Yeah.
It is against England. It's a massive game.
Yeah.
Max Deegan will probably be on the bench. And look, I expect Ireland to get the job done.
He played over the weekend.
Did he? Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's probably almost not a good sign if he's playing midweek to get in on the bench. But you never know. Again, if he's only going to be come off the bench after 50 minutes or 60 minutes, it's not the worst thing in the world. But then again, you never know. Caelan Doris played for 2 minutes and then was taken off.
A minute.
Well, it was 2 minutes by the time he was taken off.
He spent more time on the ground than he did actually on the pitch.
Yeah.
But it'd be interesting to see if they put him back in. But that is going down on Sunday. That's a huge game. I actually kind of wait to watch that.
Do you think the Ireland team will change then against Italy? Do you think he'll trial a few things?
Yeah.
Well, who do you think will get a game? Do you think Ronan Kelleher will probably play?
Yeah, he's got a try over the weekend as well.
I'm trying to think. Either Doris and Deegan or both will, I think, play. One will start and one will be on the subs bench. I think John Cooney will probably play against Italy. You never know. Ross Byrne will probably get a longer run out against Italy. Sexton will probably still start. And then you never know who else might start. Chris Farrell might start. Keith Earls might start.
Yeah. So it's like
it'll be a bit rotated anyway.
So if we win over the weekend, hopefully we do, because Ireland then win the Triple Crown. Then in Italy, maybe sort of give players a bit of time off and then go straight in and try and kill France in Paris.
Yeah, and who knows? They might play the sub front row for 50 minutes and then bring on the first choice.
That'll be good to see what players can really step up as well.
Definitely.
But what are you expecting, Ross? Ireland versus England. Give us a score there, bud.
I think 23-16 to Ireland.
Yeah, I think there's going to be a score difference in it. I can't wait, man. And shout out to Ro, Jamie, Mark, and Dave. They're going over to Twickenham for the game. We were meant to go, but the thing is, we have to go to Bellator Dublin on Saturday, and then also watch Tyson Fury against Deontay Wilder after, and it's just a lot going on, you know. Then on Saturday, just so you can get ready for Sunday, Italy take on Scotland at 2:15. Ross, what are you expecting here? What are you actually expecting here? A shit show?
No. I think Scotland will get the job done. They've been very competitive against us. They're very competitive against England, and I think Italy.
Italy got a good few tries against France.
But I think France have the game wrapped up before Italy started scoring. I expect Italy to get the wooden spoon this year again.
Do you?
I really do. I think the other game is probably just as interesting. Wales versus...
but hold on. So you're going for Italy to win?
No,
Scotland to win. What score? 3-0?
No. I think it'll be...
3-0.
No, I think it'll be like 24-14.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to go Scotland as well. And then the game that's on after, 4:45, Wales versus France. This is going to be a very good game.
Yeah, I think this is definitely the game of Saturday anyway.
Possibly.
Yeah, I like Wales to get the job done here. I think that Welsh team has played together a lot more than that French team, and that will really show when push comes to shove. It's in the Principality Stadium. Wales to get the job done.
Yeah, I fancy Wales at home as well. It's the home advantage definitely counts for something, but and then we're going for Ireland.
Yeah,
away to England. That's on at 3:00 on Sunday. Ireland versus England. Make sure you tune in.
Also, guys, just so you know, in terms of the standings, France are in first at the moment, followed by ourselves, both on 9 points. Then Wales in third, England in fourth, Scotland in fifth with a bonus point, and then Italy in last place.
2 bonus points.
2 bonus points, sorry, for Scotland.
Yeah.
And then on Friday, the Irish under-20s, who are also undefeated, 2-0, going for the Triple Crown and the Grand Slam, will be playing the English under-20s in... Where's the game on?
Franklin's Garden.
Shadow
Franklin.
I'm pretty sure that's where Northampton play their home games.
That game's on at 8:15 on Friday. Make sure to check that out. This Irish under-20 team is brilliant. Some of the lads are running muck. Shout out Jack Crowley, he's running muck. Ross, this is actually hilarious, by the way. Because the women play on Sunday as well. They play on at 3:00. But that means Ireland could win 3 Triple Crowns over the weekend.
That is absolutely insane.
Isn't it?
I don't think that's ever happened before.
No.
So it could be a first. I think the Irish women have the hardest game, because I'm pretty sure the English women's team are all professionals and the Irish women's team are not professionals. But look, shout out to the girls. They've been absolutely fantastic so far.
The England women 12:45 Sunday.
Yeah, Ireland men's
Castle
versus
Park.
England men's, which is the first team, will be playing at 3:00.
Man,
do not miss it.
Imagine there was a triple crown win.
Unbelievable.
Treble,
unheard of.
Triple crown?
A treble triple crown. There you have it, guys.
They deserve a parade or something for that, like, don't they?
They do indeed, definitely.
Yeah, and then they could potentially win the whole thing as well. That'd be crazy.
So Thanks a million for watching us,
Yeah.
boys.
If you do enjoy the Irish rugby shows, make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, and let us know what you think. Like, these rugby shows are actually getting more views than the MMA shows and the football shows.
Yeah, the rugby's really kicking off. People love our rugby content. We're going to keep producing and providing it. And as always,
stay energized.